So today it's time for Pro Cycling Manager 2024 once again with a REMBE Pro Cycling Team Sauerland career mode. Last time we finished Istrian Spring Trophy, we won that race. Today we're going to take on some Belgian one-day races, so this should be fun. First one, Nokere Koers, a bit of a light cobble classic with Arnaud Delis as our main competitor, so it won't be easy. And next to that, this race is a sponsor objective. We got to get a top 10 here, our first sponsor objective of the season. Our two candidates to do so are Emil Herzog and Jacob Scott as our two leaders. So let's get started. Actually, I'll start the race by attacking with Julian Brown. There we go, into the breakaway together with Davy and Bonnet. A 3-man break, 4-man break, 5-man break, 6-man break. Honestly, it's been a pretty rough race so far. 26 riders dropped here, 25 riders dropped there, and then we've got the peloton of roughly 72 people left. My entire team is here. Brown is about to be dropped in the breakaway, but this man ain't gonna do anything anymore, so I won't look after him too much. We've got some moves from the peloton, Moscon attacking, but he doesn't look like he's too vibrant right now. My team has come to the forefront of the peloton right now for the Huizenpontweg, 1.5 kilometers, the longest cobble sector on the route. Trying to keep myself at the front. I think Alpecin spacing for a sprint, but I'm trying to figure out for who? For Van Tricht? Maybe 73 sprint? Plowright 73 sprint? Could be anyone. Everybody on Alpecin is 73 sprint. Yeah, every time someone attacks, Alpecin goes to the front and starts spacing. So I'm pretty sure they won the sprint, which is good for me because I can just sit up and not control the attacks myself. Oh snap, Marlier is at this race as well, so he can sprint. Last 3.5 kilometers, my position is horrible with Herzog. Can I move up in this corner towards the front? 92, something like that, 93. It's gotta be hard to get a top 10 here. Let's sprint right now with Herzog in the corner. Come on, to a top 10. Come on, come on, Emil Herzog. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, no way. Just no way. This ain't happening. My man, there's 100 riders in front of me. 100. No top 10, no top 20, 24 with Emil Herzog, so that ain't good. That's our first sponsor objective in this series that we failed. As simple as that. That's sad. Anyway, let's hope this race goes a bit better. Breden-Kokseide Classic. This seems like a sprint. As simple as that. Arnaud Delis once again the favorite. So 16k to go. There's still a breakaway. 1 minute up the road. About 8 riders. We are well settled at the front and I'm ready for the sprint. So let's hope we catch that breakaway fairly soon because otherwise we won't have a chance. 6 kilometers to go. Attacks or something on the right. Breakaway caught. Ferger goes to the front right now on, let's do 93, nothing too crazy. Energy gels, I need to go 91, now I'll switch towards 95, and now towards 99, yes, right now, there we go. Jacob Scott, 3 kilometers to go, come on, come on, come on. 2.5, let's switch towards Effort Cursor. Ferger out of the way, we're looking really good, we're looking really great. Sprint by Scott, Herzog can launch in this corner. There we go. Herzog goes in the corner. Van Lerbergen, Bittner, Delis, Liepins. We try to get past with Scott. Herzog, is it going to be a top 5? Just not, I think. I think maybe 7th or something on the road. Yes, indeed. Emil gets 7th. I'm actually quite happy with 7 because this guy is 68 sprint and we're competing against the likes of 75 sprint Van Lerbergen, Van Tricht 73, Hofstedt is 74, Dekker 74, etc, etc. So much better competition. Oh my god, our next race, Geldeprijs, has Mathieu van der Poel at the start. On paper this is a sprint race, but apparently he's the favorite. But you know what Mathieu van der Poel's great monument victories have in common? Emil Herzog was not at the start, so today that changes. And if it does come down to a sprint, we have Rotman, Bauer, Scott and Wiseau, 4 sprinters here. So the race has begun and this is an exposed wind zone. So echelons are possible here and there's a lot of wind, 37 at the left bottom. But I gotta be honest, it's too early in the race for me to really try to blow up the race here because we're not a super strong team like Alpecin and there's 150 kilometers after the echelon zone to still control and to still ride. So I don't think it's worth it. So 26 kilometers to go. Attacks are coming left and right now by Reinders, Van der Hoorn, Gamper and so forth. But I'm kind of well in control of the race on the Broekstraat right now, one of the cobble sectors in this race, and to be honest, it's kind of not that hard. So as long as I can keep myself at the front, it's going to be a sprint on today's race. So that's why Rotman is probably going to be our candidate, or Wise, or Bauer, or Scott. We can go with anyone, but right now, Rotman's in last wheel. Last 7.5 kilometers, last time the Broekstraat, and we're still well positioned. Nihus is spending loads of energy trying to keep ourselves up there though. It's almost going to be Bauer time, I think, right? Not yet, not yet, not yet. Right now, I think. There we go, on 95. Not too fast yet. Energy shells on everybody. Come on, Bauer, move up, move up, move up. Everybody else get out of the way. Bauer's looking good. Bauer's looking really good right now. Do we have too many riders? That is a pretty important question now. Scott can go. Bauer out of the way, my friend, out of the way. Scott is being blocked in by Groves. Oh, why is Groves leading out Van der Poel? All these questions. Scott's starting to sprint. Weiss in the wheel. We are in such a bad position right now. Rotman can sprint as well right now, but this ain't looking good at all. Can we top 10? Maybe not looking likely. I think it's about 13, 15, 17 for something, but Tim Merlier wins ahead of Demar and Binyam Girmay. So, 15th and 17th. Not a great result, especially because we looked so good when it comes to our lead out with about 4.5, 5 kilometers to go, but then Groves blocked us and everything went backwards. Actually, I forgot, this was a sponsor objective. We had to get a top 20 and we got that, so that's perfect. Our next race is another sponsor objective, top 20 at the Brabantse Pijl, so that's gonna be pretty difficult. Because this might as well be a World Tour race. Mathieu van der Poel, Jasper Stuyven, Lawrence Piffy, Binyam Girmay, Arnaud Delis, it just keeps on coming. Emil Herzog, Noah Isidore, Jacob Scott, those are our candidates, but I kind of feel like I shouldn't have added this race to our sponsor objectives because this is way too difficult. Oh, nice. +3 on Noah Isidore, +2 on Jacob Scott as well. For Noah, that means he's got 75 hill and 69 cobble. We're gonna need it. Look at this parkour. Ups and downs everywhere. With about 69 kilometers to go, we're on the first time the Moskestraat. Oh my god, this is narrow and annoying. Should have probably been in a better position for this one, but it looks like I'm moving up on the climb itself, so I'm not complaining too much about that. There we go. And we're at the front of the peloton. Let's move that down towards 65 though, because I'm spending loads of energy with my other riders getting to my train. So let's make sure they can do that calmly. Now 50 kilometers to go. Second time the Moskestraat. We're going up there with Boresh at the front of the peloton because positioning is key and we're looking pretty great. Some people are passing us, but by the top we should be in a good position. Let's lower it towards 70, 65 so we don't spend too much energy in the wheel. And there we go. Still well positioned. Oh no, Isidore just punctured. Nihus and Scott are already waiting with him, so that is good. That is horrible for my race. Isidore in the wheel of Scott. Nihus can start pacing 85. And Scott in the wheel of Nihus. There we go. Let's try and get this man towards the front of the race again, but we are dropped. I'm going to try and focus on Herzog in the peloton as my secondary leader now, because if Isidore doesn't make it back, we have to make it with Herzog, and right now it's not looking too good. Third Moskestraat is about to begin, so this is a shit situation. Here we go, third Moskestraat. Right keeps us at the front of the peloton right here, and behind we have ourselves back in the peloton, but completely at the back. So that's horrible timing for that puncture. Nihus, get our man to the front as soon as possible. There we go. Jacob Scott pace 85. There are splits in the peloton as expected. 20 kilometers to go. I'm making the bridge right now. Scott can pace or sprint Isidore to the front of the race. There we go. And we made it back. I'm not sure Isidore has the best amount of energy left, but we're going to try and work with what we have. Isidore towards the wheel of Herzog. Herzog still looking okay himself, but I'm saying okay, but my energy is not looking that great, to be honest. And the next Hertstraat and Moskestraat are coming. I'm going to try. I'm going to try and go for Isidore. Leidert can keep us in position on, let's say, 75 right now. Let's move forward. On 90, there we go. I'm going to go for Noah. This might be a big mistake, but I'm going to do it. Herzog to the front. Noah in the wheel. I should have gone for Herzog. I should have gone for Herzog. There goes Van der Poel and Co. We need to get a top 20 only, so no need to exaggerate. Can we just follow the wheel of Mathieu van der Poel? I'll do exactly that. There we go. I'm in the wheel of the world champion. Last 2 kilometers in the wheel of Mathieu van der Poel. He's about to launch, I'm pretty sure. There we go, onto the final hill. There goes Emil Herzog. Noah Isidore in the wheel. Can we get a top 20? Isidore can launch as well. Come on, come on, come on. Don't get passed by 20 people. Not 20 people. I think we'll secure a top 20. Jonathan Milan wins ahead of Rex, Alaphilippe, and Van der Poel. And Isidore gets a top 20. I'm guessing 14th. Let's take a look. Actually, it's better. 12th. Honestly, I haven't felt too competitive in all these races, but it's basically been just me trying to survive, trying to hope for a potential top 20, and it worked. Which means we succeeded our third sponsor objective this season, so 2 out of 3 so far. Let's make that 5 out of 6. But our next race is definitely not a sponsor objective. The Tour de Algau, first stage, a 2-kilometer mountain prologue. That's interesting. Schweinlang hilly parkour on day 2, and the third one, Bruggen flat sprint. Starting off with the mountain prologue with number 1 and 2 in the favorites, so let's try and win this. Okay, our first proper rider is Hannes Wilksch. He's got 73 hill and 71 time trial. I'm starting off on, let's say 92, something like that. Looks like that's relatively okay, but now we are on the climbing segment and our red bar is shrinking fast, so let's do 88, 87. Come on, Wilksch, bring this home on 99. Didn't spend all my energy, but we are first by 15 seconds, so let's hope that stays. Honestly, with the type of day that Leidert has, he might be able to compete as well. Yes, second on 10 seconds. Last rider of ours, Emil Herzog, looking great when it comes to energy. Last sprint and getting fat, so a 1-2-3 for the team right now. And only one rider left to finish, Pierre-André Coté, and he finishes like 17th. Yeah, we finished 1-2-3 in this prologue. That's crazy. And of course, we take the yellow jersey and we're also second and third in GC, so perfect start. Not even just a 1-2-3, also 6th and 8th with KICKR and Appelbaum. Anyway, next stage, 105 kilometers. Emil Herzog, the second favorite behind Pierre-André Coté. Bit of a punchy sprint or something. So 4.5 kilometers to go. We're looking pretty good with our team at the front and hopefully we can bring this home. 2 kilometers to go. Wilksch doing a lead out for Leidert with a Herzog in the wheel. There we go. Leidert can go. A Herzog can go. Everybody can sprint. We're gonna do a 1-2-3 again. Come on, guys. It's a Tour de Algo. Give us some competition. Eli Iserbid? Hupperts? Not a 1-2-3, just a 1-2, so we're losing some of our feathers. Very nice win for Emil Herzog, Louis Leidert in second. That makes that Herzog is the new leader of the race, taking the jersey away from Wilksch. Some in-house fighting in our team. Crazy. It's like the Jumbo-Visma Vuelta a España all over again. On to the final stage win. I mean. We haven't won yet. 100 kilometers, flat, Herzog 4th favorite, so winning might not be as simple this time around, but GC should be a lock because we've got 11 seconds on anyone else, so bonus seconds aren't enough to beat us. Last 4 kilometers, energy shells are triggered, Herzog in last wheel, KICKR doing a good lead out, Leidert is ready as well. Come on team, we can do this. The Breikere comes past. We shall prep our sprint train to launch right now. KICKR out of the wheel. Wilksch kind of out of the wheel as well. Come on, Herzog, right now. Come on, get out of the wheel, get out of the wheel. Come on, Herzog. Come on, Emil. Come on, Emil. Didn't get out of the wheel at all. Anyway, Pierre-André Coté wins and we finish in the top 10. No time loss, so we win GC. Always great to see our men on the podium, especially when it's in a leader's jersey. The yellow jersey is brought home by Emil Herzog, ahead of Hannes Wilksch and Louis Leidert. Next to that, also the points classification, another jersey. White jersey as well for Herzog, so that's great. And the team classification, obviously, because we 1-2-3 GC. Honestly, we started today's episode against World Tour competition like Van der Poel, etc. way out of our league. And now we rode Tour de Algo, which felt kind of too easy, so I'd like to balance it out and have competition on my level. But hey, our next races will be for the next episode because I'll finish off today's episode with my preparation of transfer dossiers, one of my favorite parts of the season. So quite a few good riders on the market like Merlier, Roglic, Starling, obviously out of my league. I will have to do with lesser riders that can bring me towards pro team division, one division up from what I am right now. But I will set myself one rule. I can only sign German riders in this transfer period because I find that realistic. To start off, who will be my star signing for next season? I want that to be Tim Thorn-Teutenberg, currently riding for Little Trek Future Racing, 74 sprint, 5-star potential, 4.5-star in total. I am confident that if we can sign this guy, we've got a proper pro team sprinter in the squad. But of course, he's quite expensive, 10 points, but I feel like that's worth it. So let's open transfer dossiers with TTT, Tim Thorn-Teutenberg. I was kind of hoping Marco Brenner would be available as a GC rider on the transfer market, but it's only Mauro Brenner, AliExpress Brenner, and I'm afraid that he's not him. I could sign Felix Engelhardt, but he's kind of what Noah Isidoro will become or Herzog will become, so I'm not sure I should, but I should try to sign either Ben Zwift or Jason Osborne. Yes, they're 31, so they're a bit older, but this is our ticket towards pro team. We need to sign riders good enough that our team rating in total becomes good enough to become one of the top 35 teams in the world, and we can only do that by buying up existingly decent riders and not just young talent. So yeah, Ben Zwift, 75 mountain, 73 hill, kind of a solid GC rider, but Jason Osborne, 74, 74, 72, 74 when it comes to mountain, medium mountain, hill time trial prologue is also a good option, but I think I'll try to sign Ben Zwift. Yes, 16 to 30% interest. It's not high, but we're opening the dossiers early, so let's hope that can increase over the coming months. I've got 5 dossier points left after those 2 riders, but I'm not gonna spend them right now. I'm gonna save them in hopes that in a few weeks I've got more dossier points that I can spend on a solid rider again. Okay, as you know, every 2 weeks in a career mode you get additional transfer dossier points to spend, so that's why I'm now 2 weeks later, but reality is, instead of getting 6 additional points to spend, Zwift just got more expensive by 6 points, so that evens it out. This rider's age and increases cost from 15 points to 21 points. He didn't even get better. He's 31. I don't understand why. Anyway, so we're still on 5 points, so once again I'll save them. Actually, I will do some more racing today. Schaalsels, also known as the Antwerp-Port Epic, Jan Tratnik, Ties Benoot, Arnaud Delis World Tour competition. We've got Emil Herzog, Jacob Scott, not really Noah Isidore because this isn't really punchy terrain and he favors that, so it's probably gonna be Herzog or Jacob Scott time today. Emil Herzog, you gotta love it when your rider is ill or sick and he's got a +1 on loads of stats because he's apparently feeling good about it. It makes no sense, but I'll take it. With about 100 kilometers to go, we're on the early cobbles, but my team's already feeling it. I need to get them some water though, so Lewis Bauer can do that, but damn, look at the energy bars on my riders after just a few cobble sectors. Honestly, it feels like I'm riding a mini Belgian Roubaix. It's so selective this race, and I'm having so much trouble even staying in the peloton. I'm using my climbing strategy for this. Basically, my leader is on maintain position, my domestiques are following him, and one by one, they protect him. So Lewis Bauer is now protecting Herzog. We're halfway to peloton, and it feels like I'm about to get dropped despite having energy. This is such a rough race. Bauer is gone, group is now around 35 people. Herzog and Scott are still there together with Isidore, so Isidore now protecting What is happening with this car? What is happening with this car? In the middle of a cobble sector, in the middle of the group, that is crazy, but as long as he doesn't hit any of our riders, I'm okay with it. We're about to catch the breakaway, which is a 16-man group, so that's actually pretty huge. For now, we're surviving. Isidore is dropped, Scott is dropped, Herzog my only rider in the group at the moment. Maybe Scott can come back if he keeps pacing, I'm not sure about it though. But the cobble sectors follow each other up every single second now, so I think I'm doomed. Oh, can we survive this one? Looks like this might be the last cobble sector where we can hang on to the group. Come on, Herzog. He's just about to get dropped, isn't he? Just about to get dropped. No, we survived this one, but the next one is definitely going to be a ruin because we are empty when it comes to yellow bar and our red bar. Emil Herzog is done for. In position 33 of the peloton right now, my man is going to drop and there's nothing I can do about it. With about 1 kilometer to go, we are 3 minutes behind. It's going to be Vermeers attacking Van Gistel and Mikkels, and Mikkels might come past. Yes, he does. Van Gistel, no, it's Mikkels taking it here. In the end, the victory is for Maris Mikkels. We finish, oh god, 40th in the end, so not a great result. But hey, what can we expect? We're basically a Conti team thrown into the deep end because we're riding against such big World Tour competition, and in races like this where it's super selective, we just can't compete with that. A pretty anticlimactic ending to this episode, but we did succeed in getting 2 of our 3 sponsor objectives today, so I'm pretty okay with that. And most importantly, we selected the riders we want to sign for next season. That is Ben Zwift and also Tim Teutenberg, the German sprinter. Anyway, that's the end of today's episode. As always, thank you for watching. Thanks to REMBE for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.